Alright everybody, welcome back to the Game Chief. This is Matt filling in for David right now because David is playing another round of X-Wing here at Sun City Games. Ignore me just knocking the camera around. As you can tell that this is not my forte. So today we have an interesting matchup between Scum and the Empire. Rick is all loaded out with Boba Fett and Emon Azim. They have a double fire spray list on the board for 199 points. Rick's Boba Fett is outfitted with Slave 1, Heavy Laser Cannon, Dead Man's Switch, Trick Shot, and Kira. Emon Azim, our wonderful bombing Slave 1 ship that we all know and love, is outfitted with Lone Wolf, Dead Man's Switch, the Marauder title, Skilled Bombardiers, the Gunner, along with Proton Bombs and Proximity Mines. Now, David over here is flying Rear Admiral Cheernow, or as I like to call him, Rear Admiral Cheerios, and the Grand Inquisitor. He's got BT-1 Gunner, Darth Vader crew, crew or Gunner, I'm not sure. He's a Gunner, BT-1 Gunner. He's got Vader on there, along with Death Troopers, Lone Wolf, and Shield Upgrade. The Grand Inquisitor, everyone's favorite little bad guy from Star Wars Rebels, has got supernatural reflexes and advanced sensors and proton rockets, so we can get 2 actions before we really move around. So we're all set up. We're just placing the ships down now. They are both at 199 points. They flipped one of their wonderful metal charge tokens, and David won, and he has initiative. Who did you give initiative to, David? Rick has initiative.
Not normally my thing.
We have some technical difficulties on Dave's side. He needs one of those little turret arc indicators. Maybe we'll find some as and have that as prize support. There we go. Everything's in view now. So I guess we're going to have to, for future reference, David, we're going to have to find an overlay or a way to mark which ship is which when we have multiples. Yeah. So for those of you watching the video, the one at the far end on the left side of the screen is going to be Emon, and then the one closest to you that is just eking its way into the camera view is going to be Boba Fett. And for the remainder of the video, depending on how long they last, I will notify which one is alive and which one is dead. Rick's grabbing his dials from across the room, and here we go. David has his dials set, so does Rick. I think we're ready to start this match off proper. Emon Azim doing a 1 hard. And boosting 1 straight. It seems that he might be making Rear Admiral as target of choice for this turn. Boba Fett turning in. I guess we want to engage in the center of the board, which is good because it's always nice to have everything on camera. Actions, and he's going to focus. It is also March of Dimes focus token. So both ships have executed their maneuvers and actions. It's now David's turn. So David has found a nice little combination with supernatural reflexes and advanced sensors due to the wording.
Advanced sensor is going to take a focus.
So he has supernatural reflexes. So this is before you activate. So this is before dials are revealed. So so now he executed a boost, and then he did advanced sensors to do 5 straight. So he's got 2 actions before he even activates. It's a neat little combo.
It's expensive.
An expensive combo, but one worthwhile on a Force user.
RAC will go 4 straight.
And the Rear Admiral is going 4 straight. It's moments like these where you really wish that you could spend the 4 points like you did in 1.0 and had engine upgrade. But he's still pretty darn maneuverable. No one's engaging on turn 1, but it's alright. They've got a really good setup for the next game. I think it's important to remind the viewers and both players that there is a systems phase, so make sure that you guys remember that.
Oh, gotcha. So the turn before it comes back. Yes. So Jason, let me know the turn before it comes back because Cash will warn us.
Okay. That way I can move and be ready to attack. Otherwise.
Oh, wow. Holy crap. I got a 17 athletics.
Yep, I got you.
Thanks, Jason. I don't think anything on it or it does help the realm, but if anything does.
Already having a conversation about whether or not we like our loadout.
Yeah. I was hoping for like some spirits that don't affect the Fate.
I don't know. It might just be this particular match.
Well, it's an interesting combo. Trick shot, Kira, land on the rock. If you're target locking, you can ignore it, and then HLC. And then trick shot, and potentially you're rolling 5 dice with a heavy laser cannon through an obstruction? 6 dice. 5 dice. Yeah.
So we're still fighting this thing, yeah?
Potentially.
Wait, do cones go around the corner?
Yes.
Systems phase. Nothing happening in the systems. So Emon is turning in. He's getting ready to engage this round. Nice and center in the middle of the board. We're determining actions now. He's got a lot of options ahead of him.
Okay, so that was 2 turns, right? How many turns?
But we settle with the classic focus.
We have 20 seconds. It's coming back.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm
We're taking a 3 bank with Boba Fett. We're gonna get close to our buddy here. So for both ships, they both have Lone Wolf. Both David and Rick have ships with Lone Wolf. But Lone Wolf will not trigger because it requires you to be at least range 2 away from your friends. So range 3 and beyond in order for it to proc.
Right.
So, Cash's turn.
So all our holds go off.
Yes.
So Eldritch Blast, here we go to attack.
Oh, okay.
And we are boosting. And he is already regretting that boost.
Good. Alright, well, supernatural reflex is a barrel roll.
So we're doing this awesome jank with supernatural reflexes and advanced sensors. 2 actions before he even moves. The repositioning potential is intense.
22 for me.
So he barrel rolls and he goes all the way back, but he started at the center like you're supposed to.
25.
I think he's thinking about how on earth is he going to get that ever so wonderful bullseye arc to proc. So now it's before he activates, he's getting ready to reveal his dial here. But he's eyeballing things. He wants to make sure that he can get what he wants.
We'll advance sensors and focus.
He's advanced sensoring to focus.
2 straight.
Yeah.
He's going 2 straight.
And then heal some of
He gets no further actions now due to the use of advanced sensors, but the double action before activating I still think is a worthwhile trick.
Alright, so.
RAC will 2 turn.
RAC is 2 turning in. You really don't care, but Dave knows how to fly this baby. It's one of his favorites. And just like a pro, avoids that rock, or that gas cloud, excuse me.
There's a rarely where you see rarely.
Now his bow tie arc is pointed in the front and the rear, so he does have the potential for a shot.
And
Yeah, you
then.
probably hear Cash's shout.
Reinforce the front.
And he's reinforcing the front. Always playing it safe. You have to when you're rolling 0 agility.
You're 5.
Wisdom saving throw.
Boba Fett, we're looking for arc here. This is the importance of a range ruler or a laser. Nothing on the Inquisitor, but now we're measuring range. He barely has range 3. Just barely. When you look at that, the Rear Admiral's rolling 3 dice. What are the odds? So for 2 hits, and if Dave rolls an evade here, we might just be golden.
Go ahead. Lone Wolf.
Oh, he's got...
Oh,
he-
go ahead. That's a blank.
Oh, he needs to remember Boba Fett's ability. So he rolls 3 hits because he's got
Lone
something.
Wolf, reroll it.
Nothing.
Nothing.
So
Blocks it down 1.
he blocks it down 1. So 2 shields off of the rack.
Let's check Grand Inquisitor here. Bullseye arc.
Nothing.
Would you say yes?
I'm carving snow.
So we will go ahead and do rockets.
So proton rockets are going off, courtesy of the bullseye arc from the Grand Inquisitor. And who are we targeting?
Boba Fett.
Boba Fett is being targeted. 5 red dice of just pure proton rockets chucked his way.
And we'll spin the focus for 3 hits and a crit.
3 hits and a crit come out of that after spending the focus. So after Dave just chucked him, and he got a good result. And 2 blanks. Boba Fett reroll. He gets 1. So Boba Fett just lost 3 shields. 3 shields lost off Boba Fett. He's not totally damaged, but that does hurt.
Rack will shoot. 3 dice back at Boba.
RAC is right back at Boba.
3 from that corner.
Range 3 off the corner. And RAC has a little bit of a change from his 1.0 ability, but I believe he's reinforcing the front, so...
But it's just arc. It's not range restricted anymore.
Well, there you go.
What has to happen is you have to. And his tentacles are just bobbing up and down.
Yeah. He's reinforcing the front, so RAC's ability gets to proc.
Wow, crit.
And he's rolling a hit and... no. Yeah, Lone Wolf is not as good as it once was. Boba Fett reroll. And he loses 1 shield. Boba Fett's ability is being used, but we are now down to 0 shields off Boba. Boba Fett's ability is always great. It's why he saw such a significant price increase. And now Emon is rolling, and he is attacking the Inquisitor, and he gets 2 hits, potentially. And he rolls 2 evades. No need for the Force. The Grand Inquisitor gets to go another day. He recovers his 1 Force charge, and we are moving right along.
ET1. I forgot about that too. It could have been 2 crits, but it was a shield.
So we are moving right along here. Turn 2 engagement, and it did not fare well for Boba Fett here. He is now shieldless, whereas the Rear Admiral only lost a couple of shields, and the Grand Inquisitor is untouched.
It lined us up pretty well.
Yes. Magical broke.
Alright, it is 46 on a 46 on a failed save. 16 will pass.
So if you're just coming off of the last video, or this is your first time, we're here at Sun City Games in El Paso. The game chief is actually the one playing. This is Matt filling in. It's Rick versus David. Both at 199 points. Scum versus the Empire. We are now entering turn 3 after an early turn 2 engagement. Dials are set. Will the system phase trigger this time?
We need to get rid of this guy.
No systems phase. All right, we're moving right along.
But at least I'm just.
I am also.
Emon Azim is doing a 2 hard. I think he's really trying to get used to that Marauder title now, so he can get that free reroll out the back when he's attacking, plus a good setup for a potential use of the bombs in the future. But now it's up to actions. Once again, he's using that small metal dime that we've seen in prize kits before. I call him the March of Dimes focus. Boba Fett's up next. He's doing a 1 bank, which Boba Fett don't care. As long as he's got something in range 1, he can reroll no matter what he does. So now it comes time for action, and he is focusing.
Supernatural.
He is supernatural reflexing with the Inquisitor. He's going all the way back.
We will take advanced sensor target lock onto Boba.
He's advanced censoring a target lock onto Boba, which means he's now revealing his dial. He's spending quite a few points for this double action before he moves, but the potential to double reposition is fantastic. And he's doing a 1 turn. The question becomes, does he clear? Emon has to be marked now because he's doing a 1 hard. He's going for it. Question now becomes, does he clear? And he fits like a glove. Look at that. Just some expert flying here from the Grand Inquisitor.
And then Rack will 1 bank.
19 plus 5.
Yeah.
And he will.
Darn, everybody's far away from me. Otherwise, you guys get. I rolled a natural 20.
Reinforcing.
He's reinforcing the front so he can get Rear Admiral Cheerio's ability here to proc off.
Beginning activation. Lose your focus or take a damage.
As it explodes into like a
Now Darth Vader.
There's the fall.
He is opting now to spend his focus so he doesn't take damage. Boba Fett is not in the best position here. No shot, it appears. Nothing in arc.
Go Inquisitor first.
The Inquisitor getting a range 1 shot already after a debilitating proton rocket barrage earlier.
My wounds are frozen.
3 dice thrown his way.
And I will spin the lock on these two.
He's spending a target lock. He had 1 focus result.
Okay.
2 focus results. And
They're all throughout the room.
So.
He's debating on whether or not to spend a force charge for one of those focuses.
More HP, less AC.
yeah, I'll spend the 4.
He's spending the force charge for 1, so it's 2 hits. Boba Fett rolled 1 evade and 1 blank, but he does get Boba Fett's ability. Nothing goes down, so Boba Fett takes 1 damage. 1 face down. And he's down to 5 hull. So now RAC is getting to shoot next. It is a range 1 obstructed shot, which is good for Boba. Gas Cloud's going to proc.
And hold on.
Yeah, me too.
So RAC's going to let him convert one of those focuses to a crit.
Sit down on the ground.
So it's only stress.
Yeah, me too.
But he should check range for Lone Wolf.
Yeah, I'm gonna do check out Lone Wolf.
But he is so. There was so.
They're measuring range for Lone Wolf.
Looks like he's
Yeah, Lone Wolf or no?
And he does have Lone Wolf. He gets to proc it, so he gets 1 reroll.
like sculpted professionally. Like
And another focus. So 2 hits and a crit. Boba Fett gets to reroll 1, 2, because they are 2 enemy ships, and he lucks out because he rolled 2 focuses to an evade and a blank. Wait a second, he's got the gas cloud. Why did he take a crit?
Oh, yeah, good to go.
There you go.
Yeah, stuff.
Gas cloud did save his butt. All right.
And that's it, unless you got a rear shot.
Emon does have a rear shot. Most likely range 3 at cheer now. But he does have the Marauder title, so a built-in reroll. But it doesn't look like he's going to need it. He rolled naturally 3 results, 2 hits and a crit. And when you look at that, and then he takes only 1, so he takes a shield. So RAC is down to 2 shields. He's doing a really good job making a good use.
Death Troopers.
Yeah.
If I need a witness, say it again.
But it's important to remember everything that you can.
Not that great against this.
I guess above 10, I have restraint.
Well, I like it.
Oh, no, I have no restraint. I have wrath and everything.
when you grab the book, the statue just crumbles. The armor stays there.
So, at the end of turn 3 now, we're going into turn 4. Boba Fett has taken some damage. It's not looking too great for these bounty hunters. I guess Darth Vader over here wants the money that he feels like he's owed.
Open book.
The book is written in common, and it appears to be a journal.
So now we're making some very important decisions as to where we want to go.
Make an Arcana check.
So the Inquisitor is untouched, but he does have only 1 of his force charges recovered. He did opt to spend both when he was going on the offense.
So it's kind of written in like some kind of code. You recognize it as the same kind of like way that people code.
And then Dave is doing the famous mating dance tap of all dials, making sure that everyone knows that he's ready to go.
It looks like that the guy that ran this for Delzman, he was making simulacrum.
So we're in the systems phase, but do we have both of our dials set?
Oh,
And then transfer himself.
touche, my friend.
All right, now both dials are set. We're now entering the systems phase.
Procs?
Proximity on himself? Oh, proton. Okay, we're on proton bomb. I was about to say, I was really surprised at this act of self-harm.
Very proud.
Remember, both in X-Wing and in real life, it is never okay to hurt yourself.
Was it a human or a horse?
Some slight technical difficulties here, but the proton bomb has been deployed. We want to get some damage in.
Statue?
So Emon is activating first. We're going 1 straight, because when you got the Marauder title, shooting out your front really is not as good as getting that automatic reroll out the back. And then Boba Fett is up next. What will he do? He's doing a 1 bank. He'll easily get out of range of that proton bomb. Well, maybe. It does look close, but he's probably out of there. Oh, but now he's got a really... He's on a debilitating spot on what to do.
It was going against.
So there is another door.
As he debates his actions, he considers what he needs to do to survive. Remember, Boba Fett's already taken quite a bit of damage. He's shieldless, and he's already got 5 hull remaining. So he opts to maybe get a shot out the back with a wider net to cast, so he boosts 1 forward. So now David is up next. Question becomes, who do we activate first, and whose shenanigans do we try next? David looks down, thinking, hurting himself by thinking.
Alright, we're gonna supernatural reforce a boost.
And he's supernatural reflexing to do a boost. He's boosting into the bomb, everyone.
That doesn't go off.
But it hasn't gone off.
This is why I wanted to do the proximity con, but it did not.
If you take a barrel as an advanced sensor action.
And see, this is where we really get to see this advanced sensor supernatural reflexes combo in action. He just double repositioned. He did a boost and a barrel roll. And then we're 4K'ing around. Gets a lovely little stress. We're popping out the pillbox over here.
Hell yeah.
I think we just opened up Saturday for the stress.
Alright, and then just a 1 bank.
And a 1 bank into the gas cloud. He does not care.
Okay, that works. Let's do that. I'll roll and
So, no action. The bomb will go off now at the start of activation. And it's only going to affect the rear admiral, and he loses just 1 shield.
Vader will proc, lose your
He is down to 1.
this thing was kind of slow reacting.
And then you're 5.
Yeah, that's why I kind of.
And here we go.
While I was doing all that, it makes sense, but
Range 2.
So Boba Fett is shooting range 2 out the rear. Unmodified, though, for 1 hit. So that is 1 shield off the rear admiral. He is now shieldless. I do think he paid for his shield upgrade, though. 5, no hull yet on a decimator this late into the game. 3 blanks. Nothing from the rear admiral. So now Emon firing back, rolling nothing. He's going to lone wolf 1 of those results. Oh, 2. So he's got the Marauder title, so he's just going to re-roll them both with Lone Wolf and Marauder for 1 hit. So we're down to 1 damage on the rear admiral, so we are from 12 to 11 hull. This is pretty good for rear admiral, though. For all these turns of engagements, his damage output to how much damage he's taken has done really well for him so far.
bring it back. I can try to see if I can control it. It becomes one of ours for the next 24 hours. We can send it into the room.
So now we're back to Dials. The Grand Inquisitor is way out of engagement, but he is a speedy little ship. He's got a lot of options and a lot of blues. The Inquisitor will recover 1 force. Dials are still being determined for what on earth Boba Fett's going to do.
For a swashbuckler to work, you have to be.
Rick is beginning to realize that despite all of the changes in 2.0 to the rear admiral, a decimator is still a hulking, giant piece of beef in space.
Oh, yeah, it'd be your whole regular.
If you're gonna shoot, then you don't get sneak attack.
Unless there's an ally next to it.
Right. There's nobody there.
Okay, well, I can do that.
So as Rick looks down at the board state, makes a prayer to the dice gods as he tries to find some guidance on what to do.
Oh yes, you're right.
So
He thumbs on the controls. He's made his decision. We're now entering the systems phase.
Systems.
And here we go. He is spending a proximity mine charge. He is determined to get that to go off, and he is almost certainly going to get it to work.
I don't think there's any maneuver you can do that'll not go over that.
If only the decimator had to stop, gentlemen. It does not.
Oh, yeah, go.
Oh yeah. So Emon is going. He is doing a 1 turn. Emon has been playing it relatively safe. He hasn't been the target of David's attacks. But he has done all the damage, though. That Marauder title and Lone Wolf constantly recharging is real good for him. And he is doing a 3 bank, it seems.
Weird. Okay, so that's,
All right.
9
Boba Fett, what is his action going to be?
Yeah.
So, fearful of not being able to complete a boost, he takes a focus action, the safest thing to do.
Just do it one straight.
The Rear Admiral is going straight into that.
It's gonna happen. Yes, go ahead.
So he's going to automatically take 1 point of damage, and then he has to roll 2 attack dice to see what will happen next for damage, per the rules of Proximity Mine. And he takes 2, so we're hurting for sure. Good hit from that Proximity Mine. We were down to 8 left.
And I can still do action too. So,
Okay, well then,
Rear Admiral has to take an action.
you said 10 damage.
He's taking a look at his options here, his firing arc.
we'll just reinforce it.
He's reinforcing the front. He's trying to get his ability to work once again.
One turn blue.
I'm sure you're hearing like, die, I'm dead.
We-
Stress.
And then I'm
TIE Advanced Prototype is doing prototype things and doing a nice blue 1 turn.
gonna use my second win so that I can get.
And he is boosting 1 forward. He's getting ready to engage probably the next turn against Boba Fett. No shot from Boba Fett.
Yeah, help me out here. It's hard to see here.
We're determining arc, making sure that everything's in line and fair. He barely has a range 3 shot in arc. No Darth Vader shenanigans this time, but he does have a force now for offense. We're just chucking those dice. Hit, crit, crit onto Emon. And he's going to lone wolf. He rolled 3 dice at range 3. So he rolled 1 evade and 2 blanks. He's re-rolling 1 of them. And he's spending the focus, so Emon only loses 1 shield. Mr. Azamine is doing all right. He's got 3 shields and 6 hull. But due to the arc shenanigans, Emon does have a range 2 shot. He's got 1 crit. He's going to do the Marauder title. But because of the fact that Reinforce is different, he takes 1 crit. And the crit is Loose Stabilizer. Well, so Loose Stabilizer means that you go 1 straight and then you repair the card, or you just say screw it, turn, and do whatever and take a damage. But now the Inquisitor is fully charged and loaded. His force charges are ready to go, untouched, ready to make Boba Fett's day all kinds of hell. Emon just down a shield. His Lone Wolf is recharged. He's got 1 bomb left on both his proximity and his proton bombs. He is still deadly. Let's see now. He's got 7 left, Rick. He's not going anywhere anytime soon. The beefy admiral is here to stay, it seems. And Dave is just laughing away, knowing that it's hell for Rick.
It's good times. I love that rack boy.
Yeah, Rack Boy is the best boy.
Oh, sorry. Nope.
You have no idea what this is.
Okay. Did I have you?
Yeah, the Rear Admiral is a great ship to fly. I used to fly him all the time in 1.0. Believe it or not, dear viewers, Matt used to fly Imperial. I used to. I have 1 tournaments flying Imperials, and then they said 2.0 is going to have the prequels, and I was like, well, I got to drop them.
Oh, that would just be shy. I'd have to go into
All right, seismic charge. No, it's seismic charge. Proton bomb. So he's determining how he's going to use it. He does have skilled bombardier, so he's got a lot of options, both with his Emon Azamine's perfect ability of using the 3 maneuvers, templates for his bombs, or the 1s. But he's going to opt to drop it 2 straight out the back in hopes to get the Rear Admiral. Because if he chooses to go straight, well, then he's got him. Or if he chooses to turn, doesn't matter, he's still getting the damage on the board.
There's stuff in there. So if you want to have it there, you can.
So now we're in the activation phase. And Emon is 2 turning back into it. So now he's contemplating his actions,
Ooh, okay, so what happened?
and he's boosting 1 forward.
Okay, let me get my.
Better to reposition than to be in a crappy spot.
Oh, I don't even know what this is.
Boba.
Boba Fett is next. The dial is being revealed. David is being so kind as to see what it is. It's a 1 hard.
This is 1d6. And then it has
It's not a 1 easy.
disadvantage on its
No, it is a 1 hard.
attack roll. Oh, yes, it's 2d6.
Boosting 1 forward, please.
1 forward straight.
No, no, no.
9.
Sorry. 1 back to the right.
And we are banking per Rick's orders with a boost. He is ready to go toe-to-toe here with the Grand Inquisitor and hopes to get some damage in.
I shoot first.
All right, now David is up. Question becomes, who are we activating first and what shenanigans are we going to try?
12 plus. You should be fine. What was it? Acrobatics?
It's not hard, it's just, you have to do it a lot. Eventually,
if you roll enough dice.
eventually you'll fail.
He's realizing that those 2 gas clouds there are probably not going to let him barrel roll off anything with supernatural reflexes.
I'm gonna advanced sensor or target lock.
But with some Han Solo swagger, David says, I won't need it, and just goes for it. He's hoping for the best. He advanced sensors at 2 straight. He can't. He used advanced sensors. No more actions.
And we're 3 turning, take the damage.
3 turning, so he takes the damage. And as his action, not as an action, just gets repaired. No, it
Yeah, it takes the damage and it gets repaired.
okay, he takes the damage and it gets repaired.
I believe so. Let me read it again. Yeah, take the damage, repair the scope.
All right, cool. So we're down to 6 hull left.
Does it look mad?
Barrel.
MOV has been achieved on the Rear Admiral and Boba Fett, so we go from here. He's wondering what to do. There's not much to do. He can't boost. He can't really get in the fight. So he's going to reinforce the front.
Why wouldn't you move your arc? I mean, it's fine that you did what you did.
Yeah, that's why I did.
I mean, you could have got a shot off.
Questions on the arc, but now that we're in the engagement phase, we can measure and determine that.
Bobito!
Boba's going range 1. Oh, it's Boba Fett's favorite place to be.
The force to, you don't get your range 1 bonus.
And the Inquisitor is spending a force charge to deny the range 1 bonus. That is definitely a worthwhile ability.
I don't get my range 1 bonus, but I still get his pilot ability.
35, 40, 45.
So even though he lost the extra attack die, he does get his rerolls.
No, that's just straight.
Hold on.
I can go all the way in there, but it's gonna tear me up.
Do I get to use
Yeah,
heavy laser?
no.
So questions being asked, and let me take.
Bonus.
I just don't get
It's
the
still
range
range 1, you still get the bonus.
Yeah, no.
That's a cool question.
So because, yeah, so the
So the question was whether or not, because of the range bonus was denied, if he could use the secondary weapons like HLC, and the answer was no.
Wait, he didn't pick up on. Oh, I could have handed you one.
1 crit heading towards the Inquisitor's way. And 3 blanks from the Inquisitor. He must have been thinking about Kanan, because he just whiffed right there.
Alright, I'll shoot right back at you. 3 dice.
3 dice coming towards Boba Fett.
And I will spend the force.
And he spends the force, he gets 3 hits. Boba Fett rolls 2 evades naturally. It is the giant middle finger of evade rolls when someone rolls perfectly, and you have to do the same.
And next round.
So we're down to 4 hull on Boba Fett.
It takes 6 points of damage, and then I go back in.
Oh, backward.
this could be going worse. Could be going better.
Rick, ever the optimist, says it could be worse, but it could be better.
He has disadvantage.
And as every person on any sort of Dark Souls commentary would tell you, the only response that you can really give to this is just get good.
28.
Oh, yeah.
No, that doesn't matter.
At least he avoided.
Take 4 points of cold damage and get a cold dice.
Oh,
And another one.
Yes.
But Emon Azim is right now the linchpin here for Rick's list. It's been doing the most amount of damage, and it's relatively untouched.
And we forgot to start a timer on this one.
And once again, we forgot to start time.
Finish him off.
I worked out last time though. It was only 59 minutes.
Yeah, so we should be doing fine on time over here, but yeah, last video here at Sun City today, we forgot to do a timer. Boba Fett's one turning. He's determining what on earth he's going to do for an action. He's going to play it safe and just take a focus.
Okay, we are going to.
E- Mm-hmm. Yes, Rick and I are sharing the same disposition towards Darth Vader. We're not a fan of that crew. So supernatural reflex to barrel roll, and he goes all the way forward.
We are going to flip our dial, take a focus with advanced sensors.
Dial's revealed, he takes a focus, and he's 4K'ing. He's getting that perfect shot. A 4K, a turnaround, and potentially range 1 with a target lock and focus. What a great spot to be in as the Grand Inquisitor. He rolled naturally last turn, so he manages to keep that target lock.
And then 2 turn.
Rear Admiral Chirano not really caring about them gas clouds. When you're a big beefy boy, it does not matter. You can just roll over it. He's going to get some really good shots on Boba Fett this turn. This may be the end for Boba. He does only have 4 hull left.
Beginning, get rid of your focus or take damage.
So Boba Fett has to get rid of that focus in order to not take any damage due to Darth Vader crew. Boba Fett's going to take a range 2 shot.
Actually, I'm gonna fire my heavy laser cannon.
And he's going to fire HLC. This is the first time I'm actually seeing it used in combat.
Because it's, yeah, bullseye.
It's bullseye arc. He's got it. He's got 1 result, but the question becomes, does he have any re-rolls or anything to do? He's measuring range for, yep, he's got 1, so he's going to re-roll 1 of them. And he rolls 2 hits, so 2 more damage onto the RAC. So you
4 more.
4 left.
Let's go. Yeah, let's just go.
So the Grand Inquisitor, range 1. 3 dice. No need to spend the force for it when you're at range 1. We got target lock.
Spin the lock on the blank.
He spends the lock on the blank. He's got a hit and a focus result already there. He chucks the other one, and he spends that focus for 3 hits. 2 evades. It's what you need to just delay the inevitable a little bit longer. So he loses 1 hull. He's down to 3. Whoops. Not 1. 3. He's raw, and Dave threw him a little too hard, but he's already rolled 2 hits.
2 hits.
So 2 hits it is. Boba Fett. Can he pull off the same kind of results? Hold on, he's got to re-roll with Boba Fett, and he takes 1. So Boba Fett's down to 2 hull. But Emon has got a range 3 shot on the Admiral. And he's got a lone wolf charge that he's going to spend for, 2 crits. That's the best thing you can get here. And 2 crits it is. This may be the it for the Admiral.
Panicked.
Oh, panicked pilot. That's also equally as bad. And then fuel leak. So we are down to 2 left on the Rear Admiral.
That round went okay.
Rick says that round went okay, but Boba Fett's down to 2 hull. But the Rear Admiral's also down to 2 hull. This is where we all take a nice big sigh of relief that the Slave 1 doesn't have a system slot, because Emon Azim with Trajectory Simulator just sounds terrifying.
Right? I was just thinking that. I was like, man, I wish I could picture simulator.
Because I have two attacks, will only hold 1 action, correct? Or does it hold both?
We're recovering our charges, whether it's Lone Wolf or our Force. We're all looking down at everything we got here.
No, I was Vader.
All right, dials. No systems phase this time. So Emon Azim is doing a 2-turn. He's trying to get that rear arc and some action again, because when you got the Marauder title, you want to use your ass more than anything else. Oh, we're doing a 3 Talon roll with Boba Fett, and he's turning in. I guess he doesn't want to give the Inquisitor any more of that cool shenanigans. Not like he can do it now. He's stressed.
I will move to let him shoot.
No, it's gonna go all the way forward, center, or all the way back.
Are you sure?
Oh, you might have cover.
Okay.
I don't want to get hit.
Little concern over the Talon roll here, but medium base is a lot more maneuverable when it comes to Talon rolls than other ships.
First stress of the match.
And the first stress for Boba Fett. So, acrylic tokens bound for stress here. And Rear Admiral Chirano does not give a crap about that stress. He wants to get shots off.
At least he has.
But that's it, though, because the Inquisitor can't use advanced sensors or supernatural reflexes, as they're both actions. So he's just thinking about something. He's one banking.
Wait, over here?
He clears the stress. And he's going to boost so he doesn't get shot by Boba Fett.
No, I was using my side over here because I had switched. It was to Dragon.
But now we're at the start of combat.
Range 1.
Range 1 from the Rear Admiral. Unmodified, though, onto Emon.
Oh wait, hold on.
Hold on.
Engage it. Vader.
He's going to do Vader.
We'll do Vader on Boba. Give him
And
range.
Boba does an auto damage thanks to Vader. So Boba Fett is down to one hull.
Then we'll go to Boba.
And now he's going to try and just take out Boba Fett right now. Unmodified dice.
2 hits.
2 hits, though. Can he pull it off?
Yeah. You give it cover.
One evade, and he gets the reroll of Boba Fett. And Boba Fett is out. He could not roll paint. Boba Fett is out of the match, ladies and gentlemen. He's gone.
And dials.
And we're back to dials.
Back to full force.
Does Emon have a shot, though? Or did we determine he doesn't?
No, he has no shot.
No shot from Emon. Well, the benefit here is that at least he's got bombs. That was the end of our famous bounty hunter. And we forgot Deadman switches, so now the Grand Inquisitor is gone a couple of shields. I missed that earlier. Apologize. That means, yeah, it's true. So we're down to 2. Shields are gone off the Inquisitor, so we're just down to 2 naked hull.
You recognize this as
Yeah, 2 naked hull. And 2 naked hull on both of them, actually. Be a really weird band name for an X-Wing themed Star Wars cover band. If anyone in the comments wants to tell me how that goes, let me know.
Is that a necrotic?
If it's necrotic, that'd be fantastic. Yeah. And necrotic is 8. Yeah, me too. No, necrotic would be good.
4 is poison.
Nice. Okay. Yeah, necrotic was 8. So, how much? You didn't say?
Changing this. I don't know to what yet, but these did
It was 31. Yeah.
these did nothing whatsoever.
31.
And now half.
So we are now in the systems phase,
Systems. Drop that box on him.
and he's dropping a proximity mine. Just put it down to make sure. So he takes an auto damage, and he's got to roll 2. And another damage, and the Rear Admiral is gone before he even moves. So,
But it doesn't really go up until activation, right?
no, it goes off as soon as that bomb is dropped, yeah.
I just wanna know
So,
if we have to move him.
no.
Okay.
So with the Rear Admiral gone, Rick does have a slightly better chance when it comes to hit points against the Grand Inquisitor.
Okay. Back to the top.
It is now an almost even match here, I would say, between the...
Bombs you got left.
So, like a man with nothing but money and time in Las Vegas, all of those he's spent. So, a force charge is being spent for supernatural reflexes. We do apologize for the extra noise here. He's taking a boost action. And then he's determining whether or not to advance sensors. He's advanced censoring to focus, and a nice calm 1 bank.
I'm not using that.
No, because that.
And I'll spend the force to make it range 1 for me.
So he's spending a second force charge to make sure that he has the range 1 bonus to himself.
That's what happened with me. That's why
And
because I dropped the sight to pull up and one.
shoot back. Just a crit.
Just 1 crit result.
My action.
He's going to take 1 shield, because he's got the shields to take that crit. So Emon is going to fire back. So he's got some options. So he's going to use the Marauder, and he gets a hit. And he's going to spend his focus. So he's got 3 hits on the Inquisitor. Oh, and 3 natural evades. The ultimate middle finger.
Gain a force.
Force charge is regained. He's only got 1 force out of his 2, though.
I mean, which is always good because of the
Walking good dead is probably useless.
yeah. Well, what I'm really going after is the disadvantage. I don't think he can react. He doesn't understand.
Yeah.
He doesn't need to understand.
Might.
It just spell that one. It doesn't need to understand.
Oh.
The spell literally does say.
Yeah, that one is.
No systems. No systems.
No systems phase.
If the intelligence is above.
He is spent.
If the target can hear you, though it need not understand you.
He's doing a nice calm 1 bank. He's thinking about his options. Considering his life choices. And he focuses.
This time we're going to advance sensor as a barrel roll.
He's advanced censoring a barrel roll.
That's nice. 15 damage.
And I can't link it.
Nope, advanced sensors won't let you link.
They don't want you to get those.
No.
So, despite his attempts to arc dodge,
Range 1?
range,
Actually, I'm gonna hold my action for when he moves.
they're determining range.
That one costs
Nope, it is range 1.
3 dice.
I'll shoot
You
it
have a
after you.
weapon. That's right.
Yeah, I'm gonna shoot him twice.
He's not going to use the Inquisitor's other force charge.
2 hits.
So 2 hits.
Move before your held action.
He's going to spend Lone Wolf to No, he won't. So he's just going to take 1 shield. Emon's going to take advantage.
Right here, range 1 bonus.
Oh, so never mind. He is spending the charge. I don't know the timing when the Inquisitor gets to do that.
Defend.
While you defend.
There you go.
So is he now going to spend the Lone Wolf charge? Yes, he is. Well, doesn't matter. He's got Marauder or Lone Wolf. And so he gets 3 results, 2 evades, and he takes 1 damage on the Inquisitor. The Inquisitor is not going away anytime soon. He's got 1 hull left. Rick is just acting like a bewildered Ezra Bridger, wondering why on earth the Inquisitor just won't die.
Do I cry on it or
You have to.
1, 2, 3, 4? Yeah. 20. Should be cry.
The advantage has certainly disappeared from David. 1 hull on the Inquisitor versus a virtually untouched Emon Azamine.
Not if I'm using it also.
But Emon is out of bomb, so there is that slight advantage.
I can still use my.
No, it was not. Because my sight.
Every one of those bombs did damage in some way.
Rick is patting himself on the back and kissing his brain for realizing that all of those bombs did damage. It's always a good day when your ordnance does what you planned it to do. Nothing adds insult to injury than having a dead ship on the board that didn't get to spend anything. Mm-hmm. Alright, now we're moving. And he's 3 banking.
Yeah, I can't really do anything.
And he's boosting. He wants that wide net cast. He's trying to make good use of that booty.
Advanced sensor as a barrel roll this way.
He's advanced censoring a barrel roll.
So,
A 1 bank. He's probably out of arc.
good to go.
So now we measure range. We're going to determine combat here. It's going to be a range 3 shot.
It'll be range 1 for me.
Range 1 for the Inquisitor. No, because it is treated as a range 1 attack.
But it didn't work that way with the other one.
1 crit, yeah, it did.
Yeah.
It was disgusting. 1 crit.
1 crit coming that way from the Inquisitor. And 2 natural evades from Emon. And he still has shields. And oof, this could be it. He's got Lone Wolf and the Marauder title. He's re-rolling 2. And he rolls 2 hits. It's all up to natties now for the Inquisitor. And he rolls 2 evades. Emon is just wildered in disbelief. He watched his buddy Boba go down to this guy, and despite his best shots, he can't get rid of him.
He has no modifier at roll a 2.
Wait, second attack. We got this. Straight dice roll.
So here we go.
19.
Dials are set. Emon is up next. He's going 1 straight. He just wants to keep cast on that wide net with a booty. It's not every day that you see scum act like rebels. Going 1 straight to victory. What is this mess? Dave's looking at his options, thinking about advanced censoring.
Okay. Oh, so no upload. 12.
Options are being considered. Things are... He's supernaturaling for a barrel roll. He wants 2 actions this time.
Advanced sensors of focus.
He's advanced censoring a focus, and he's going 5 straight. He's going balls to the wall. He's going for it. He wants shots this turn. He's got to punch some damage in.
Nice shot. Range 2.
Range 2, 2 dice
Nothing.
for nothing.
Your shot.
So Emon is up next. This may be it. Marauder and Lone Wolf is going to get spent so we can reroll those 2 blanks. So 2 hits come in that way. It's all up to rolling paint now. And he rolls 2 focuses and an evade. The Inquisitor is not going anywhere. Emon is just absolutely flabbergasted that this guy is not dead yet. And he's running out of room now on the board. He can't go 1 straight to victory forever.
At disadvantage because he's in your way.
I have disadvantage. Yeah, for what?
He's got his dial set. He might be able to go 1 straight just 1 more time.
Go ahead.
And would you look at that? He's 1 straight 1 more time.
Interesting.
Wow.
You squish back out.
And he's taking a focus so he can shoot out his ass that 1 more time. Dave is considering his options.
You're down. But I'm certainly down. Okay.
He's chuckling to himself, realizing that there's still some jank available. There's still some jank left in him.
No, that's a reaction.
What will he do?
You also have to see him.
Yeah.
Tune into the next 5 seconds as he makes up his mind.
There's a giant friggin' lights right there.
So it just fell?
Yeah, so it hits and just kind of just slops.
Was a 13. Okay.
Supernatural.
He's supernatural reflexing.
Barrel roll.
He's barrel rolling. And he is going all the way back.
This guy's looking like he's barely.
He might be taking advantage of the gas cloud. He's advanced censoring, and he's going a 1 bank. He wants that gas cloud coverage. And, oh, wow, behind the cloud. What a perfect spot to be in right now.
Plus 2 to AC. Yeah, which is fine. Which isn't
The Inquisitor will shoot first.
Hit the cloud.
2 die through the cloud for a hit.
I'll risk it.
And he's going to risk it for 2 hits. And Emon gets an auto evade with the gas cloud. And he has shields. And he loses a shield. Emon is now shieldless and naked. And not in a good way. He's going to Marauder that. 2 hits is all that he can roll. And he rolls 2 evades plus the auto evade from the blank to evade. Rick cannot believe his luck here. And the Inquisitor can't believe his either.
Well, you can try.
So now, Rick's wondering, does he risk it all and 1 straight's his way to victory knowing he'll die next turn? Or does he have something else in mind? Dials are set. He's doing a 1 hard. He was running out of options. It's the smartest choice.
Go back so they keep opening it up. Don't stay in it. I think there's any way to fix this now.
Rick feels as if he's hopeless. And he just takes a focus, this time probably for defense.
Interesting. Supernatural.
He's supernaturaling to barrel roll.
You may get damage.
He does not want you in his space.
So I'm just gonna go in his space temporarily. And then
Advanced.
He's advanced censoring to focus. And he's doing a one bank. Emon most likely doesn't have a shot this turn, but the Inquisitor will have a range 1 shot in arc.
Range 1.
well, I'm still gonna
There it is.
and
And when you look at that, focus for 3 hits, 2 natural evades.
Yes, man.
So Emon only takes 1 damage. He's still got 5 hull left on him.
15. Yeah.
But now the game is afoot. Rick, that is absolutely correct, Rick. You can only reload the proton bombs. The proximity mines cannot be recovered, which is fine. I guess they don't want you to recover your auto damage, unless you're Darth Vader. But that's just me shitting on Darth Vader crew.
I mean, it's the Force.
Ignore a salty rebel player.
Advanced sensor boost.
And he's getting out of there. Why turn in when you can just not get shot?
Can't afford to lose this guy.
Dave saw right through your facade here and knew exactly what was coming.
Beautifully, it's sparkles.
And I get both.
Rick is still beating the crap out of himself for not reloading.
What you need? 1 turn or 1 straight?
1 turn. And for an action, he's going to gain a weapons disable token and recover a proton bomb. He's thinking if all else fails, maybe one way I can kill him. Rick's digging through his giant box of acrylics for just 1 token that says weapons disabled. And it's there on the board. There we go.
So he's
Now everyone's faces have been shown on camera.
is it 500 pounds or more?
You have absolutely no way of knowing how heavy it is, but it does not, based on the things that you can lift with levitate, it does not look like it's 500 pounds or less.
So it's higher. You can.
So they're setting dials. They're getting ready. Rick is going 4 straight.
I'm gonna help.
He's going to just hope that he can tank the damage.
I'm gonna help him.
13 should probably make it. Yes. I have a +0.
But now the question becomes, what will he do? He's going to boost 1 straight. No banks, just straight and narrow.
+6.
So you just, and you're barely able to like lift it off of him for a second.
He's made peace with his dice gods.
Supernatural. 1 bank boost.
He's going to supernatural a 1 bank boost.
Okay.
Okay,
I'm
so
gonna put.
When advanced sensors will most likely follow.
oh, 12.
Advanced sensor barrel roll.
He's advanced censoring a barrel roll. And now here comes the almighty question, what on earth is he doing? 2 straight.
Yeah, come on, wake up. Wake up. Hey, Mom, fuck off. We are not time to sleep. What? You are sleeping on the job. I did pick up my pipe.
Your base are belong to us.
I'm good at what you need.
Well, this is good news for...
I'll spend a force for range 1 for me.
So well tonight. And now it's right.
So that is
1 crit.
He rolls 1 crit.
1 blank, you're good.
Okay.
And he rolls 1 blank, just like David joked.
I was about to say, like, the only thing that would kill me is 3 focuses, and I saw you go.
And it tries to cut the bowstring or the longbow in half.
Oh.
Jealous.
No. Okay, and you were able to just barely force it back.
Systems?
No systems phase, even though he's recovered 1 proton bomb.
Treat it like a woman.
Okay.
It wants you to cut the bow in half.
I think I suffered brain damage from that wall. Because I think the vampire's talking to the side.
I'm gonna get this.
He's going to attempt to boost,
And I say
and now he's begging and pleading that he completes it. And he narrowly does. Just barely does it.
Okay.
So you have longbows back in the main.
Give me an investigation in this room, and then I can
Yes.
give you everything at once. There's so much stuff.
You want me to roll it? I have investigation.
Oh, wait.
So Dave is looking at his options. He's considering what to do here. But he's going to just do a one turn.
So that's 19.
No action and no shot, but alive. And all his force charges have been recovered now.
There's
Let's see. Oh, there it is. I feel it now.
Everyone's thinking about their options, what they can do, what they can get away with. We're getting down to the wire here. Yeah, the TIE Advanced prototype is certainly squirrely. The systems phase is going off. He's trying to get that proton bomb to work. It's a gamble. He's doing the 2 hard.
It's range 1 after activation. Right?
It's range 1 after everything's moved. Confirming how the radius is here. It's only going to be even more scary when that electro proton bomb finally hits the board. That will be terrifying. Takes a focus action after he does a gentle 1 bank. He's doing supernatural reflexes to get the fuck out of there. He's barrel rolling into the bomb. Interesting choice. But I don't think he cares, because there's something coming his way. He's advanced censoring a target lock, revealing his dial, doing a 2 Talon roll. Oh, this may be it. It's going to be close. If he goes all the way back, he might just... Oh, he's definitely going to be okay looking at the board now.
Oh, that's pretty close.
It's close. And there it is. Did you avoid it, or did he take it? He avoided it narrowly. Oh my gosh. But they're debating whether or not that ability is going to be spent. He's going to shoot a range 3 shot, 2 dice, playing it safe. 2 hits. Oof. He's got MOV. He's going to take 2 hits. So Emon's going to walk away with 3 hull, but he wants all of the mods available so he can take a shot and maybe kill the Inquisitor. He's got Lone Wolf and Marauder, and he got a hit and focus, so he's just going to use the Marauder title. And would you look at that? How on earth are you rolling that many?
Range 3 and cloud, right?
Nope.
Did you not take the thing?
He didn't take a cloud. They're debating on whether or not it's a shot.
A blank to an evade.
He rolled...
Re-rolled it. No, I didn't re-roll it. I only rolled 1 evade. I rolled an evade and a blank.
And we will. Was it 3? That's it.
And that is the end of the round. The double fire sprays come out victorious as Emon limps away from the battlefield with just a 3 hull left. He's a very happy camper. All right, well, that's the end of this round here at Sun City Games in El Paso, Texas. For those of you who are new to the channel, be sure to like and subscribe. Like us on Facebook, and be sure to check out the store. We've got great options and selections for all sorts of games out there, whether you're into X-Wing or other Fantasy Flight Star Wars products. So with that, we're just going to sign off. This is Matt filling in for David, and thanks for watching the Game Chief.